Hi, everyone. I'm Sara Marks. I'm the author of the 21st Century Austen series and the Yom Tov series. Today, it's time for another Behind the Dedication video. And this time, we're doing Romacing Mr. Tilney, the 7th book in the series. This book is dedicated to my friend Sally. This is what I put for the dedication. To Sally, my friend since middle school, at my best or at my worst, when I'm broke or flush, when I'm sad or happy, I know I can always count on you to be up for dinner and a movie. Sally's been my friend for a really long time. Some friends you meet before you can even make memories. Others you remember clearly, like a bolt of lightning coming into your life. Others have been there as long as you can remember, but that moment you became their friend is just lost to time. That one is Sally. I've known her at the very least since I was in elementary school. Right before I started middle school, my parents decided I no longer was going to be in dance classes and I needed a different activity to do. They picked competitive swimming. I just wanted to be in the pool. I lived in Miami. We had pool weather all year. They wanted me to get exercise. I have beautiful strokes, but I hate competition, and I have no sense of speed. So it was kind of bittersweet to be able to be in the pool, but focused on swimming laps. And a lot of the other kids were really good, but not me. There were a few of us who weren't very good. Sally was one of them. Sally started swimming because she was doing it for physical therapy after a back injury from gymnastics. This would leave her with a permanent lip, but we bonded. Later, when I started middle school and did a summer school for just getting comfortable being in a position where I had to switch classes every so often, we did it together. We typically had at least one class or saw each other on a bus, and it was great. Her family is Jamaican Chinese, and they bounced back and forth between Jamaica and the U.S., the continental U.S., and Miami specifically, because they owned a chain of grocery stores in Jamaica. Sally was their youngest child, and she primarily stayed in the U.S. As we got older, she took over managing a lot of rental homes that they owned because there were so many of them and so many houses that they grew out of. It was always exciting to see where they were moving to. And they welcomed me into their family. I often spent time with them, going over and just hanging out while they all had dinner together or just had a little party. But Hurricane Andrew changed everything. Well, my parents' home did not get too destroyed. Her family was on the half of the city that was flattened and demolished by Hurricane Andrew. They had no home. They bounced around for a while, but when they finally settled somewhere, it was much farther away than I was used to them being. So when I went to college, she and I lost touch until I failed out of Florida State. The biggest failure of my life, the one I often talk about. I came home with my tail between my legs. Most of my friends had moved on or graduated and not come back. But Sally was there. And Sally was always game. I could call her up, see if she was busy. We'd go have dinner, we'd go to a movie, and we'd walk around the mall, figuring out how to spend our time. It was always enjoyable to be able to go back to her house and hang out because I was the one doing the driving. So I had to go to her house and pick her up and drop her off anyway. We often brought food in, hung out. I have pictures of us during New Year's at the melting pot. Her sisters were like my older sisters every so often. Sally got me through a really bad period. We'd celebrate each other's birthdays, other important events. Even now, 25 years later, after I've left Miami pretty permanently, I know that I can go back and see her when I'm in town. She'll always be up for dinner or a movie or both if timing works out right. All I have to do is call her and ask, and she'll probably say yes. And it's very hard to find a friend who's always ready to go out and hang out with you. Unfortunately, I may not have many opportunities to go back to Miami in the future, as my family has left for new locations, and I am still up here in Massachusetts. But I know that if I ever find myself back down there, I'll be able to go, call her up, and see if she's ready to spend time together. So, that is why I dedicated Romacing Mr. Tilney to one of my oldest and closest friends, Sally. Thanks for joining me for another one of these. Next will be I Still Love You, Citation Needed, the final book in the 21st Century Austen series. I'll see you for that one.